Mayibuye ya Africa Mayibuye ya Africa Mayibuye ya Africa. Well, thank you very much, National Chairperson of Mayibuye consultation process, and want to thank the leadership of Mayibuye consultation process, the members of the media that have joined us here today, and want to acknowledge the bishops who have joined us. They're part of the Council of Elders of Mayibuye. Want to greet the people of South Africa who are joining us through the broadcast channels. We are here today to speak to the people of South Africa, sure, and the volunteers of Mayibuye consultation process, okay, to remind them that on the 19th of June 2025, we convened a press conference where we said we are going to talk to the people of South Africa to ask a question of whether there is a need for another political party and what should be the values and principles that should define that political party if it is ever founded. Okay. And we also said we're going to ask the people of South Africa of what should distinguish such a political party from others, and how such a political party should be funded. We say we are going to ask these questions because we are of the firm belief that a political party or a movement should never be one person's personal project, that it should never be a family project, that it should never be a tribal project, that it should never be a regional or provincial project, that a political party should never be a way to get rich or die trying. We say that a political party must never be a private property, that a political party should never be a card. On the other hand, we say that a political party must be a tool and a way for the people as a whole and to fight for the liberation of our people. That a political party should follow the democratic ideas and values, that a political party must be open to answer to the people of South Africa. So in the period since the 19th of June 2025, we have held several engagements with different constituencies and different communities across South Africa. We had public engagements directly as the national leadership with professionals and entrepreneurs here in Johannesburg. We had a meeting nabantu bakamaonesi ba akatiko bakamaonesi na hosi maonesi risenga kamalamlele idi 12th of July. We had a meeting with pastors and traditional leaders kamalamlele on the 12th of July as well. We had a meeting with Floyd Shivambu. We had meetings with the volunteers of Mayibuye in the Limpopo province. We had a very productive meeting with Hoshi Dr. Haboli Moroga of Barolong Busileka in Tabanchu in the Free State province. We had meetings and consultations with volunteers of the Free State province. We had a meeting with Kumkani Vulukayas Tau of Amaxhosa in the Eastern Cape province. We had engagements with volunteers of the Eastern Cape province. We had meetings with students and youth. We had meetings and engagements with the Malele Tribal Authority in Bushbuckridge. We had engagements with Matibela Tribal Authority in Bushbuckridge as well. We had engagements briefly, although, with Hosi Mumalo of bushbackage. We had meetings and engagements with volunteers in Kangala region, in Tibisile sub-region. We had meetings with King Makosonke Mabena of Amandebele. We had a very productive meeting in Komazi to consult with the people of Nhlanzeni. We had meetings with volunteers in the Northwest Province and had several interactions with traditional and religious leaders. We had engagements with King Aran in the Northern Cape Province of the Khoi people. We had engagements with the volunteers of the Western Cape Province. We had very productive and useful meeting and visited the Church of Apostle Mushala in the Western Cape Province. We had meetings with religious leaders in Bugodogu in KwaZulu-Natal Province. We had meetings with volunteers, a very productive meeting in Johannesburg and Gauteng and different constituencies. We had the meeting with Netekwini, with all the volunteers of Mayibuye. And we had a very productive and guiding meeting with Inglamit Mrs. Ubugazoleti, who provided the much needed guidance in terms of what is to be done and moving forward. And in the process of consultations, the identified leadership structures which had been constituted at provincial, regional, and sub-regional levels had several engagements with different constituencies, and all of that will be reflected in the final report of the consultation process. We spoke to hundreds of thousands of people. We received millions of inputs via WhatsApp, via email engagements, via social media from different people. We got wise counsel from Dr. Ivan Koza as well. We spoke to Dr. Mike Nkuna. We had the opportunity to get constant guidance from Archbishop Zondo, from our King Nkosi Bride in Chukulu of Amahlubi. Constant guidance on a daily basis on how we move forward. We had very wise counsel from Nkosi Yabatetwa in Mandeni, who gave us profound advices to just how to move forward. We had interactions with Nkosi Nyawa and Nkosi Gumede in Klabalinga. We had productive engagements with the Muslim communities in KwaZulu-Natal. We had an engagement with Mr. Joe Spion, who gave us wise counsel as to how we should handle some of the issues here in South Africa. So there are so many royal and traditional leaders that we have met, and we still are going to meet after the process and the way forward that we have outlined here. Part of the decisions that we took in the period from the 19th of June 2025, we appointed the leadership structure which we called the National Consultation Team, which was overall overseeing the work of the movement. We also appointed the leadership of Mayibuye Women's Movement. We appointed the leadership of Mayibuye Youth Movement. We also established Mayibuye Medics, which is medical doctors and professionals in the healthcare sector who on behalf of Africa Mayibuye provide free healthcare services in our communities. And we have a very dependable and responsive communications department. We have a department which is responsible for social assistance. We have leadership in all the provinces. And we have in the database that of those that volunteered, because when issued out volunteer forms, we had more than 200,000 volunteers of Africa Mayibuye who assisted us in carrying all these functions in the consultation process. There are certain lessons which were learned in the whole consultation process. Lesson number one is that the people crave genuine listening, that throughout the consultation process, participants repeatedly emphasize their desire to be heard without interruption or judgment, sharing deep insights into daily struggles that have long been ignored by those that are in power. We also have learned that our people have got a lot to say, that ordinary South Africans possess profound knowledge and ideas about their communities, from local economic issues to social justice issues to issues that have to be dealt with differently. We also have learned that the people demand that there must be institutionalized participation on each and every decisions which governments are responsible for. That there's unity in shared grievances, that despite the diverse backgrounds, the sessions fostered unity as people realize their individual pains and poverty. We have now come here, comrades, to announce the end of the consultation process. We have got to appreciate something that Amilcar Cabral says, that always remember that the people are not fighting for ideas, for things in anyone's head, that they are fighting to win real gains, to live better and in peace, to see their world and to see their lives move ahead. So comrades, ladies and gentlemen, the people of South Africa, Africans in the continent and diaspora, the progressive forces in all parts of the world, I have the honor on behalf of our foremothers and forefathers, on behalf of the people of South Africa, on behalf of the current and future generations, and by the grace of the Almighty God, to announce the formation of Africa Mayibuye Movement as a political movement and political party. So the shortened version of Africa Mayibuye Movement is not AMM. The shortened version of Africa Mayibuye Movement is Mayibuye. The national core team of Africa Mayibuye Movement and the national officials have approved the founding document of Africa Mayibuye Movement, which will be available online and will be circulated to all the people of South Africa to still make further input. So the Africa Mayibuye founding document is called the Africa Mayibuye Restoration Manifesto. What the Restoration Manifesto does, it gives a historical background of where we come from as a people, with an appreciation that a people without the knowledge of their past history and origin and culture is like a tree without roots. The Restoration Manifesto of Africa Mayibuye Movement also gives a diagnosis of just what are the challenges that are confronting South African society. There is 100 reasons that have been identified, and each and every one of those reasons are very important. From jobs, from the issue of landlessness, the issue of national debt, of inequalities. When we were discussing each and every one of those reasons, we were making an observation that even if it was just one of those reasons, there will be a basis to found a political movement to fight for jobs, or to fight inequality, or to fight the highest levels of debt obligations which the state has. But we have got 100 reasons which we collected from the people of South Africa as to why Africa Mayibuye Movement should exist as a political party and as a political movement. The Restoration Manifesto also identifies who are the motive forces in the revolution that we're in pursuit of. It also deals with the roles and functions of Africa Mayibuye Movement. That it also provides a clear position of Africa Mayibuye Movement on the immigration question. It defines the character and manifestations of Africa Mayibuye Movement. It also speaks to the ideological character of Africa Mayibuye Movement. It also speaks to what is to be done moving forward, what type of branches that we are going to have as Africa Mayibuye Movement. It also speaks to the attributes and values of leadership that we want in the Africa Mayibuye Movement. So the Restoration Manifesto, part of the things that it says is that the Africa Mayibuye Restoration Manifesto expresses the views and ideas of the people of South Africa from the bustling streets of Gauteng, where innovation clashes with inequality, to the rolling hills of KwaZulu-Natal echoing ancestral war cries, the sun-baked expanses of the Northern Cape whispering tales of resilience, the fertile valleys of the Eastern Cape birthing revolutionaries, the wind-swept coast of the Western Cape defying colonial ghosts, the mining heartlands of Limpopo and Northwest pushing and pulsing with exploited fury, the agricultural backbone of Mpumalanga and Free State fueling the hunger for land, all converging in a symphony of defiance that shakes the foundations of oppression and exploitation. That the Africa Restoration Manifesto, which will be available for all the people of South Africa to read, serves as a bridge between the painful past and a bold future, educating our people on the roots of our suffering, agitating for immediate action, and looking forward to a liberated tomorrow. And the manifesto, which we refer to as the Africa Mayibuye Restoration Manifesto, says that the Africa Mayibuye Movement is a people's movement, a total liberation and emancipation movement, fighting for total freedom and emancipation now. We are fighting for total freedom and emancipation now and not tomorrow. So we are fighting for total freedom and emancipation now. That we are fighting for total political freedom and emancipation now. We are fighting for total economic freedom and emancipation now. We are fighting for cultural freedom and decolonization now. We are fighting to build a capable developmental state now. And we are fighting to be a caring and responsive people's movement. And ladies and gentlemen, we have also adopted the colors and logo of Africa Mayibuye Movement. So the colors of our organization, as is reflected in the logo there, will be black, which symbolizes the African identity the dignity and resilience of the oppressed, and green, which represents the land, rebirth, and the natural wealth of Africa, which must be restored to the people as a whole. Gold, which signifies the mineral wealth and the richness of the African continent. The red, symbolizing the blood of martyrs who laid down their lives and the struggle for liberation. The purple symbolizes African royalty and all the religious and faith systems and beliefs. So the color purple represents royalty. So the logo is wrapped and encircled with royalty. And that is after the submission from the royal leadership of South Africa. So the logo of Africa Mayibuye Movement is a purple circle representing royalty with an African map inside. The top part of the logo is written Africa Mayibuye and the bottom part written movement. Underneath the map is a black clenched fist holding a unique spear pen, which appears as a spear in the beginning and appears as a pen on the end. So the spear pen, so in South Africa, the biggest 3 black political organizations have got a spear in their logos. But the spear pen that appears in the logo of Africa Mayibuye starts as a spear and ends as a pen, representing that now we are fighting our struggles with clear ideas, with information, with superior knowledge and identity. We are a generational movement that says that we appreciate our past in terms of the struggles, but now we're fighting the struggle with clear ideas and superior knowledge and alternatives on what is to be done. And we say as well that the spear pen, which appears on the logo of Africa Mayibuye, should be an essential component of all the logos of the attendant organizations, inclusive of Africa Mayibuye Women's Movement, Africa Mayibuye Youth Movement, Africa Mayibuye Students Movement, Mayibuye Law Clinic as well, Mayibuye Educators. The logo of Africa Mayibuye Medics already has got the same spear pen, which also appeared in the logo of the consultation process in terms of what happens. Now the flag of Africa Mayibuye, the official flag, shall consist of 3 horizontal stripes, black on top, green in the middle and red at the bottom, with Mayibuye logo at the center. And the flag of Africa Mayibuye Movement is identical to the universal Pan-African flag. The universal colors of the Pan-African movement are red, black and green, arranged in horizontal bands with red at the top, black in the middle and green at the bottom. This flag is also known as the Universal Negro Improvement Association flag, or Black Liberation flag, that was created in 1920 by Marcus Garvey. Now, as of this period, the national officials of Africa Mayibuye Movement have also adopted a draft constitution which is applicable now until it goes to serve in a national convention, which we are going to announce. So the constitution that we have in draft is taking effect immediately, meaning that there is no more interim structures. Those who were called conveners and coordinators in provinces, they are now provincial chairpersons and secretaries. And in the officials of Africa Mayibuye Movement, we no longer have a national coordinator, we've got a secretary general. And we have got deputy secretaries general. We still have national chairperson and deputy chair, national organizer and deputy national organizer. We still have the chaplain general. We still have the other responsibilities and portfolios that have. And we no longer have a national convener. We have got a president of Africa Mayibuye Movement. And we have two deputy presidents of Africa Mayibuye Movement. And it's still the same leadership that led us to this process. So I'm talking here now as the president of Africa Mayibuye Movement. We also want to announce that because we had foresight and understanding, we have already complied with all the provisions of the Electoral Commissions Act of 1996. So Africa Mayibuye Movement is registered as a political party in terms of the Electoral Commission Act of 1996. We have a certificate that acknowledges us as a political party. What that means is that Africa Mayibuye Movement, Mayibuye, is going to be able to contest by-elections strategically. We are going to contest all the wards in the 2026 local government elections. We are going to contest to win all the municipalities in 2026. We are going to contest to win the general elections in 2029. And we are not contesting for the sake of contesting. We are contesting with the aim, and we are going to win the elections in 2029. Now, as part of the final formalization of founding the organization, we are going to convene a national convention. A national convention, we will give a historical background of the so many conventions that happened in South Africa. Before the Union of South Africa, there was a national convention of whites only, who united the four provinces of the Cape, Transvaal, Natal, and the Orange River Colony to found the Union of South Africa. In response, in 1909, there was a convention which was called by black people to respond to the formation of the Union of South Africa. In 1912, the gathering that founded the South African National Natives Congress was a national convention. When the Freedom Charter was adopted, in response, Robert Mangalosi Sobukwe founded the Pan-Africanist Conference, the Pan-Africanist Congress of Azania, through a national convention which was held in Soweto in Orlando. The Black Consciousness Movement culminated in a Black People's Convention, which was an organization led by President Winfred Khwari from Tabanchu. When South Africa had to move from apartheid to a so-called democracy, the negotiations happened in the convention of a democratic South Africa called CODESA. So there have been multiple conventions in the history of South Africa. So Africa Mayibuye Movement is going to convene a national convention, which is going to look into the founding document and the restoration manifesto of Africa Mayibuye Movement, the constitution, and also deliberate on what is to be done. Despite the fact that we have listened to the people of South Africa, we have had an overwhelming mandate from the people of South Africa. We are still going to get enrichment on the founding documents that we have developed and are going to be available for public input. Now, the people of South Africa should never underestimate the value of their contributions and perspectives in shaping a movement. We are far much more different people. We are much more matured. We are much more knowledgeable. We are much more experienced. In the period that we got to listen to different people, all of us have got a clearer perspective and vision on just what is to be done. And that is the character and nature of the movement that we're going to build, that is based on the will of the people. The National Convention will be attended by 2,000 delegates from all the municipalities of South Africa, and our guests, traditional and royal leaders, faith leaders from different faith organizations, representatives from Manda Hashu Workers Union of South Africa, Mausa, representatives of medics, representatives of youth and students, and different constituencies that are going to come. Now, in conclusion, we extend our sincere gratitude to everyone who participated in the Mayibuye consultation process. Your contributions came from all the provinces. We appreciate the input from various sectors such as workers, youth, elders, artists, farmers, scholars, and many more. Your dedication and insights have been invaluable in shaping this movement. This marks an important beginning of a journey. The Africa Mayibuye Movement is a unique and revolutionary organization that welcomes all South Africans. It is committed to bringing about meaningful change for the benefit of everyone. And importantly, Africa Mayibuye Movement will not be a cult. It will not be a family project. It will not be a scheme for self-enrichment. It's going to fight all manifestations of corruption. Instead, Africa Mayibuye Movement is a fighting weapon in the hands of the people. Mayibuye is a shield against corruption and wrongdoing. Africa Mayibuye Movement is a vehicle for the full development of the productive forces and full employment in South Africa. It is a fortress defending the dignity of the marginalized and oppressed. It is a bridge uniting our fractured communities in unbreakable solidarity. It is a catalyst igniting innovation and sustainable prosperity for all. It is a guardian preserving our cultural heritage and environmental treasures. It is a vanguard championing equality, justice, and the boundless potential of the youth. It is a platform amplifying the voices of women and promoting gender equality. It is a force driving land reform and equitable resource redistribution. It is an advocate for quality education, free decolonized education and skills development for all. It is a defender of workers' rights and fair labor practice. It is a promoter of healthcare access and well-being for every citizen of South Africa. It is a steward fostering full development of the productive forces. It is a builder of international solidarity and progressive Pan-Africanism. We encourage all the people of South Africa to join Africa Mayibuye Movement. The online applications are opened, and we are going to send the links for everyone who are going to join, and they will be able to receive an immediate electronic card. There is no immediate membership fee. The membership fees are going to be paid at 20 rand per member when the membership card is delivered physically. Because in all other parties, people join and they don't receive their membership card, they do not know what happened to their money. So the membership card will be given and members will only pay when they've received the membership card. So no one must scam the people of South Africa and say that they must join Mayibuye with 20 rand up front. You must not pay any 20 rand unless you have received the membership card. But those who are willing to donate to Africa Mayibuye Movement, there is options in the membership form that is online as to how you do so. And when the amount of donations that we receive exceeds the amount which can be declared, we are going to declare with the Independent Electoral Commission. We are not going to make any mistake on anything that we do. Everything else that we do in Africa Mayibuye Movement will be done with military precision. Will be able to respond to the aspirations and interests of the people. Will have an organization that cares about the aspirations and interests of our people. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, the people of South Africa. Mayibuye Africa, Mayibuye, yeah, Africa, Mayibuye, yeah, Africa. Viva Africa Mayibuye Movement, viva! Viva Mayibuye, viva! Forward to 2026, forward! Forward to victory in 2029, forward! Amanda! Away, two! Thank you very much, Nko.
Thank you very much, Comrade, President of Africa Mayibuye Movement, Comrade Floyd Shivambu, for such a detailed brief to the people of South Africa. I'm now going to allow members of the media for a question and answer session. If you rise, please introduce yourself and the media house you are representing. I'm going to note hands. I'm going to note hands. Thank you very much. There's a hand there. Let us speak to the microphone, please.
Hello, my name is Bahle from SABC News. So what I would like to get more insight on is sort of the processes that were followed by Mayibuye in choosing its leadership. I mean, what informed those processes and how did you arrive at the decision to say these are the deputy presidents? And President, could you just also give us the two names of the deputy presidents as well as the top leadership structure? And it's a year away from local government elections, and how confident are you that you do have the machinery that you need on the ground, noting that Mayibuye is relatively a new party? Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Cliff from Chakranda FM. We know normally parties receive funding from private donors. So are there donors that you will certainly not be accepting donations from? And do you also have a youth structure already set up for the movement? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any other questions?
Yes, good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Tabiso Koba from Eyewitness News. Mr. Shivambu, I think you mentioned that you're going to do a wall-to-wall campaign. You're going to be campaigning for every ward, every municipality. considering that you are just a new political party, maybe just take us into what has informed that decision, especially since, new political parties usually are strategic. They will pick out the municipalities or wards that they think they can win. Why did you choose maybe a strategy that's going to cost a lot of money and a lot of resources instead of just picking out a few wards and municipalities that you are comfortable in? Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any other hands before I hand over to the leadership to respond? I have the microphone. Thank you very much. I'm handing over to the president of Africa Mayibuye Movement, Comrade Nyiko.
Now, thank you very much for the questions that we have said. So, currently we have leadership of Africa Mayibuye Movement at the national level and provincial level and regional level. We have adopted and we will institutionalize a system we call deliberative democracy, where we discuss each and every leadership that we get to composite as a collective. And deliberative democracy produces quality leadership. That is why if you were to make a closer examination of the leadership that we have as Africa Mayibuye Movement, it's quality leadership. And because the leadership is a product of deliberative democratic engagements, there are certain non-negotiables that we always prescribe when we are constituting leadership structures. One is that each and every leadership collective of Africa Mayibuye in all levels, national, provincial, regional, must be gender balanced, must be also representative of all spaces, so this geographic spread and balance in terms of composition, must represent different sectors, must also have generational balance in terms of the leadership that we have. So we always give example that even the composition of just the national officials of Africa Mayibuye Movement have got every part of the South African provinces represented. So in this leadership collective, there is even the first language speaker of all the South African vernacular languages as the first language. So we are the most diverse but dynamic leadership collective which is produced in that particular format. The same whenever there are those who are available for leadership in provinces, we have discussions and in some instances even get to refuse. So we do not just generate names from our phone books and pockets. We get the members and volunteers to recommend people, and then we ask as to who and why should certain leadership be elected. So in the framework that we're going to institutionalize moving forward, we're going to have the hybrid of discussion of the leadership that we want, and not just have elections, because majority of times you have inside organizations electoral processes that produce disaster or wrongdoing because of master of factionalism, of regionalism, of tribalism, and a variety of other wrong practices. We will not have that tendency in Africa Mayibuye Movement. We will always choose quality leadership that will be able to represent our people much more meaningfully. We are going to contest all the elections and all the municipalities in South Africa because just the composition of the people who expressed interests in Africa Mayibuye Movement, those that gave input, literally come from all the regions and all the municipalities of South Africa. So we even when we were in the Western Cape, we had people from Southern Cape, from the smallest municipalities of Bito, of Oudtshoorn, of Knysna. We had people from Central Karoo, the smallest district in South Africa, who came to say that they want to be represented. We had people from the Cape Winelands, we had people from the Cape Metro, from West Coast, from Swartland, from Waterskloof, from all those areas. When we're in KwaZulu-Natal, the people that gathered in KwaZulu-Natal, they came from all municipalities and they were demanding that we should form a political movement which must contest their municipalities. We started in Mhlabalinga and had interaction with the people of Jozini, of Mtubatuba, of Big Five Hlabisa, of Mhlabalinga, the municipality itself. When we were in eThekwini, we had people from Utukela region, from Amajuba, from Lembe, from Ugu, from King Tetwayo region, from all the regions, from Zinyati region. Zinyati is where Ngutu is, Msinga is. That is where the municipality of Ndumeni is. So the people of South Africa from all provinces have said we should constitute the movement to come and rescue them from the incompetence, from the mediocrity of governments, of dysfunctional municipalities that have been subjected to for many years. So the demand is coming from the ground. We are not imposing ourselves. We are responding to the demand of the people on the ground. It's not us trying to calculate of what we have and what we do not have. We are going to persuade different people who can to contribute for the sustenance of the organization. We will persuade the membership to look after the organization. We did not have a single cent. We didn't have budget when we went to the consultation process. We would literally decide on a program without a single cent of where we're going to get the money to book venues and in some instances provide food. In the Gauteng consultation process, for instance, we could not afford to have food for the people who came, but we could at least contribute something for transport. In some of the areas, these people that could not get transport because we could only transport a certain number of people. In the Western Cape, although we got people from all the regions, but there were areas where people could not come because we could not afford. But our resolve is not about money. Our resolve is about responding to the aspirations and interests of our people. It's about carrying a revolutionary and clear agenda, whether with money or without money. We know that we will go to the people, we will be able to talk to our people wherever they are found. And that is the commitment that we made from day zero. That if it means we stand on the roadside to hike and ask for lifts in order for us to go to some areas to speak to our people, that is exactly what we're going to do. We're not going to fold our arms because of money. We're going to talk to our people in whatever platform and through whatever means. We're going to organize our people in a clear way. We do have a youth structure which is led by Kiabetse Masike. He's a very dynamic young man who leads Mayibuye Youth. He used to be the SRC president in the Tshwane University of Technology. And he was leading a federation of students as well, which was comprising of all the other institutions of higher learning. And we are still going to appoint a separate structure of Mayibuye Students Movement as a separate organization, so that the Youth League focuses in communities. There's a lot of work which already they've begun to do in different areas. And the national coordinator is not here of Mayibuye Youth Movement. And she's doing, Vanessa Mlauzi, she's one of the most accomplished young women who is leading from the front. She leads national organizations, even international organizations, with profound experience and dedication in the manner that it is. We have the leadership of Mayibuye Women's Movement that is led by Nonhlanhla Buthelezi Dlamini. And she has been in the leadership of women structures before, and she has got a full organization that is operating and is leading the movement. So we are constituting a movement which will also allow other formations like community forums, like community organizations, like unions to join as organizations. So we are a movement, not just a party. So the party is just part of the movement, which is Africa Mayibuye Movement, which is going to, yes, contest political power through elections, but we are not just a mere electoral platform. The problem with political parties that are just mere electoral platforms is that they treat our people just as voters, meaning that they only interact with them before elections. We are not just an electoral platform. We are not going to treat our people just as voters. We are going to treat our people as human beings who need assistance on many issues now. That is why we will always seek solutions to the problems of our people now, and not say, no, wait for us to be elected into government and then we'll be able to help you. We are not just an electoral platform. We are a movement that is going to respond to the interests and aspirations of the people now. Because, you know, one of the leaders of the former liberation movement, the way they treat the people as voters. In one funeral, one leader was saying, yeah, comrades, you have lost a voter here. Because to them, they just see voters everywhere, who must just be enticed for purposes of elections, and not human beings that must be engaged in the common development of society. So Africa Mayibuye Movement treats our people as human beings. We have got immediate needs, we have got immediate aspirations, we have got immediate interests that must be attended to now and not tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Comrade President Nyiko Shivambu. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of Before we close, I'm going to request the kingdom to come and speak to us. King Mtimkulu, please ascend to the podium.
Siyathokoza. Viva Africa Mayibuye Movement, viva. Viva Africa Mayibuye, viva. I want to greet our new president, the president that is very, very vibrant, the president of this country. We are blessed as kings today that we have come to the situation where we are going to be favored. We are going to get our dignity back through our Africa Mayibuye Movement. Now, President, I want to endorse you. You must come and touch my hand. I want to give you blessings. Come over. President, I'm blessing you. You are such a wonderful man. You are a leader that is anointed from above. I am giving you the blessings that you must lead our country. You must alleviate poverty. You must alleviate unemployment. You must take us to Canaan. Our people, they are hungry. So I believe in you. You will make sure that in this country there is no poverty, there is no corruption. We have entrusted you because we are such a profound person. So this presidential that is given unto you, I can see you are going to use it fruitfully. And I can see there will be a good result from you. Lastly, I am now endorsing you as King Mtimkulu of the Human Nation. You are blessed. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. I want to greet all the media here. I must say this. You are doing a very good job. But we as African Mayibuye Movement and the kings, we expect you to work with us. And we are going to make sure we empower our people. As a king, I've done a lot of work. I've taken students to go study in America. That is why I wanted to help our people in South Africa. Now I have a very good machine, which is Africa Mayibuye Movement. We are going to work together. We will guide them. We will make sure we bring everybody together. We are not going to choose people. We will make sure everybody, they are empowered. As I said, we will make sure there is no poverty. We will make sure we create jobs, opportunity for the people of South Africa. We will sit side by side with our leadership in Africa Mayibuye Movement to make sure we guide them. And today, I think we are no more in the Egypt. We've moved out from the Egypt. We are now going to enjoy our country. And God is going to bless our African Mayibuye leadership. All of them. So I want to bless all of you. We must work together. Harmonize. Listen to your president. Thank you very much. And respect all the traditional leaders. Don't take them out. Fortunately, I am leading the council. President, you have no chance to take me out. I'm here full time with you forever. I bless you. Thank you very much. Everybody be blessed. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, King Mtimkulu, who's also the president of the Africa Mayibuye Movement Council of Elders. I'm now going to invite Comrade Robert Mwendu to come and address us. Comrade Robert is the president of Mausa, and he's also the deputy president of Africa Mayibuye Movement.
Mayibuye yaberekelwa ala. Mayibuye yaberekelwa la. La. Mayibuye yaberekelwa ala. Mayibuye yaberekelwa la. Amanda. Viva Mausa, viva! Viva Mausa, viva! Mayibuye! Thank you very much, Program Director, Media House present, guest members, Mayibuye leadership, Mausa leadership present here. Greetings. The country is despondent, and so are the workers who sell their labor to sustain their livelihood of our beautiful country. The country is sitting in a ticking time bomb. Only the strength of workers through unity and collaborative work with the revolutionary movement like Mayibuye can salvage our catastrophic situation. President of South Africa is confused, hopeless man himself. About 250,000 workers are currently at the risk of losing jobs in the formal sectors nationwide. About 40,000 workers from public employment program have been served with love letters of termination of their employment due to age. By December 2025, about 200,000 public employment program workers shall be in limbo, not knowing whether they will be still employed or not. Sadly, fashionable as it is in our country, workers will be at the receiving end of this counter-revolutionary setback in hard economic times due to political parties that have run of ideas while in power. To all workers, starting with members of the media, we must unite irrespective of color, gender, and religion to radically challenge the status quo beyond the progressive force of the left. New kid in the block, Africa Mayibuye. Long live the undying spirit of Bantu Steve Biko. Long live. Long live the undying spirit of Steve Biko, Bantu, long live. Thank you very much, Prime Director.
Thank you very much, Comrade Robert. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now come to the end of the program, the end of this presser. Let me take this opportunity and give over to the second Deputy President to give vote of thanks. She will now be followed by Archbishop Zondo to come and close the session with a prayer.
Jabulela National Chairperson. And Zobulela abantu base South Africa. Nisibizile ma Africa nathi niyakhala. Ilizwe liyaphalala. Sazindlebe zonke, sazihamba zonke iprovinces. Zoyi9. Sadibana kunye namakhosi, sadibana nabafundisi, sadibana nolutsha, sadibana neprofessionals. Siyenzile ke ma Africa lento benisithi masiyenze. Nangu umbutho wenu awusongo wethu ngowenu. Siyanicela ke nithathe lenqwelo isise enkululekweni yamanyanyane not le yamaxoxoki. Amandla. Amandla. Mayibuye. Mayibuye. Alala.
Let me take this opportunity and give over to Bishop Zondo to close with a prayer. Let me also take this moment on behalf of the leadership of Mayibuye to thank Khosim Tim Kulu and all the kingdoms who are here today. Religious leaders who came here today to support Africa Mayibuye Movement. And lastly, let me thank also the team of Africa Mayibuye Movement Communications headed by Comrade Tumelo Biko, Comrade Sidney Babloi, and Comrade Maseda for putting up such a beautiful presser for Mayibuye Movement. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I give over to Comrade Zondo.
Let us bless the newborn baby, our deliverer, our Messiah in this rotten world, Mayibuye. Re qale ka ho dumedisa ba boholong marena rona baruti ke nto dumedisa hape le ketapele ya Mayibuye etellang pele ke president wa rona ya qetang ho tswalwa metsotsong e fitileng. Dumedise le bohle le moifo ha e kaofela le ba media bohle ke a le dumedisa lebitsong le leholo la Marena Jesu. Ke na le sefela fela se re rata re se bine sefela sena se tolahala ho ke lebetse fela verse magana ke batla re se bine. Mayibuye ithemba lethu hala li ithemba Mayibuye ithemba lethu ithemba lethu hala ithemba lethu lithemba lethu. Modimo ntate ya lokileng, Modimo wa rona ka lebaka la Morena Jesu, Modimo wa nama yohle, dipelo tsa rona di tletse go makala hore kganthe o Modimo ya utlwang dillo tsa bana ba hao. Ropola Israele wa khale a sale khepeta ntlong ya bokgoba, wena o ile wa theoa wa kopana le Moshe wa mo jetsa re ke theohile hoba ke tlolokolla setjhaba saka. Moshe ona sa tsebe gona o tla etsa jwang, ona sa tsebe gona o tla bua jwang, empa wena wa bea mantswe ya hae wa hao molomong wa hae. Re a leboha ka shekule na re ke mona Modimo wa ka o beile mantswe ya hao, lentswe la motho, lentswe la setjhaba molomong wa presidente Nyiko Floyd Shivambu hore a kgone ho tlatla e tlo ba sebuhudi se tlo buellang bana ba Tharientsho, bana ba Africa, in particular South Africa. Modimo wa ka re atametsa kgahlona ho wena. Re a tseba he hore ka sheko lena o so hlahetse sehlohlolong sa thaba. Marumo a tlotla a le mangata, empa e ba tshireletso, o tlose matswalo le tshabo dipelong tsa bana ba hao, haholoholo dipelong tsa ketapele ya Mayibuye e Africa Mayibuye. Modimo wa ka bula menyako ya community ya rona le dipelo tsa community ya rona bakeng sa Africa Mayibuye. Ntho setjhaba sile sa ikopela yona, sa ba sa bua rona character, the value tsa teng, the principle tsa teng e be tse jwang. Modimo wa ka ya lokileng, dedicate ngwana yona re moneletsa diatleng tsa hao. Faketa pele ya rona bohlale, kutlwisiso le masene. Jwalo ka Solomon wa kgale ha a re, Modimo wa ka o mphile mosebetsi o moholo, ke kena dieteng tsa batho ba fitileng ba baholo. Ha ke tsebe ho tswa le ho kena setjhabeng sena se sekanakana. Empa wena wa bore ke tla o fa le bohlale, ke tla be ko fele tjhelete, ke tla o fa le letlotlo. Jwale Modimo wa ka bula dipelo, o romele di divine helpers hore di locate e Africa Mayibuye. Bula dipelo tsa batho hore ba supporte mokgahlona hore tlo ba ise lefatsheng leo Modimo wa ka re ile ga beya fela le bopong, empa re ka ba ra kena ka hare. Re etelle pele Modimo, re etelle pele Modimo. Tlosa moya o bileng teng ha no tswalwa democracy ya South Africa, moya wa compromise. O ile wa compromise ngwana Rantsho. Ha Africa Mayibuye e khutlisetse setjhaba sa hao purpose ya sona, khutlisa letlotlo, leruo, di minerale, di nontsha, dijalo, dijo, di phoofolo, di boele hape di phele. Hobane jwale o khutlisetsa dintho madulong. Restore dignity ya South Africa, restore dignity ya marena, restore dignity ya dibuhudi tsa lentswe la hao, restore dignity ya baetapele ba rona ka ga motse, restore dignity ya business, ya economy, ya moruo le leruo la South Africa. Re a leboha hobane ka shekulena wena o ikgethetse thatong ya ona hore o ikgethetse setjhaba sena le ketapele yena hore etelle setjhaba sa hao sa South Africa ho ya tokolohong e phethahetseng. Modimo wa ka re hlonolofatsa e Africa Mayibuye, ebileng hape re re ke tshepo ya setjhaba sa South Africa. Lebitsong le phahameng, le phahametseng mabitso ohle, e leng lebitso la mopholosi wa rona, e le Morena Jesu Kriste, re a leboha. Ha setjhaba se re amen.
Re a leboha Archbishop Zondo. Comrades, I'm going to request that we allow the council